Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hello, hello. We're doing something a little different today. Instead of my Wednesday comics, I decided to fill the slot with a drawing stream because I'm so behind on this master study. I've said, oh man, I gotta finish up the pencils off stream so I could get to inking. I've never had the time to do that. So we're going to be penciling again today. This by far is going to be the longest time that I've been penciling on a master study. And in all fairness, it's a double page spread. So twice the amount of time, I don't know. But that on top of my schedule, it's been a little bit of difficult to lock down these pencils. So I said I've got a couple hours ish this afternoon. I really need to get to the drawing on this. There wasn't that many books that came out this Wednesday to dedicate a whole show to the comics that I pick up from my store. So I said, I'm going to swap it out. We're going to do a master study. And so that's where we are today. And that's why we're doing it now today. So, but anyway, it's awesome to carve out this time and get to hang out with you guys. I read a article just this morning. I think it was Mr. Beast or something. Anyway, it just gets on my feed. You know, if you if you know YouTube, if you watch YouTube, every other video that gets sent to you is like how to build your channel and blah 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 blah. So anyway, I think I saw this Mr. Beast interview, but one of the points that he said, it's like whatever it is that you are streaming and putting out there in your video, you got to get to it, because if you delay, I think he was even saying like more than 10 seconds by the time you start and what your stream is supposed to be about, you're going to lose your audience. And I was like, well, that basically goes against my entire philosophy. So I'm going to try and get to the drawing sooner than normal, but you know, the catch up is part of it. The yapping is part of it. It's all balled into this crazy thing that we've built here on YouTube. But yeah, when I read that, I was like, no wonder why you have like 10 million bajillion subscribers and I don't. So anyway, that's Mr. Beast. But how are you guys doing? How's it been? I saw Mark's Music Obsession pop in here pretty quick at the beginning of the stream. Awesome to see Mark's Music Obsession. And you're living your best life, Mark. I'm glad I'm able to stream now. This is a good time. I know this is a good time for some of you guys, and I saw that being mentioned in the chat, that it's a little earlier, and it was kind of when I was streaming before, and then it got pushed later and later and later. And part of that has to do with like getting to the store when it opens versus an hour or so after it opens. Part of it has to do with which store I go to, because some stores open earlier than others. And then part of it just has to do with my schedule. But yeah, I was able to start a little earlier today. And part of the reason is I'm going to a baseball game tonight, which is awesome. Really excited. This will be my first game of the season. Going to watch the San Francisco Giants play our rivals, the Dodgers. Urgh. And guess who's pitching today? Shohei Ohtani, who's probably the best baseball player on the planet right now. He's pitching for the other team, but that's okay. He'll be exciting to watch anyway. But I was able to get a couple of free tickets from a friend, so we're going tonight. I'm really excited about that, but that's also part of the reason why I got to stream a little earlier. Mark's Music Obsession has become a member. That's not right. That's not right, Ecamm. But it is right that he celebrated 7 months of membership. That is amazing. Rocky and Crew by the Water. What could be better? Mark's Music Obsession says 7 months of membership. I know that you and Cranberry Langers, Timmy Mello also. 7 years of membership. I appreciate that so much, Mark. Thank you so much for hanging in there and being a part of what makes this channel so much fun for me and for everybody else, I'm assuming as well. But let's throw Kiwi down for the heck of it, man. That's awesome. Seven months of membership. That's a long time. I appreciate that, man. And also, where are you? Where are you? This guy, Cranberry Langers.
This is a cranberry full of power.
There you go. Cranberry Langers saying, congrats on becoming a member today, Mark. I don't know why this Streamlabs, that's the little like bloop 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 that happens in the corner. That's through like a plugin. I don't know why it does that, but whatever. You guys are worth celebrating. That's right, Kiwi Baby. Any Kiwi Baby time, that's right. If you know my channel, that's how we celebrate here with a Kiwi Baby. I actually downloaded a video that I'm going to edit to do a kind of a different clip that also had a baby in it. And I thought, I can do another baby video. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And we will talk about a video that I did edit. We're going to premiere this video. Mark might know a little bit about this because Mark is also a supporter on Fourth Wall. So he got an inside sneak peek, guys. I finished editing that video of the Philippe Labaun. I should figure out how to really pronounce that guy's last name. It's French. The Philippe Labaun Gallery in New York City, which I visited a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Amazing gallery dedicated towards comic art, illustration, animation art. He really wanted to kind of elevate it to the point of like collectors and, just gallery people who high-end art. And he has this incredible gallery in Chelsea in New York City. So I went there, met the guy, saw an exhibit that he did on Klaus Janson, which I shared with you guys last week. This was the book that I picked up there, which was incredible. Has some of like Klaus Janson's work that was at the exhibit. But I did film some video there while I was there. And I think I showed some of the raw video to you guys last week. But I finished editing it yesterday. And but I wanted to premiere it today. So with you guys. But I gave a sneak peek to Mark's Music Obsession and all the groundbreakers through Fourth Wall, that site that you can also back me at. So yeah, it was awesome. He got an early sneak peek on that. Steampunker, how you doing? We'll premiere that video in a second, but I just want to make sure I catch up with all you guys. How are you doing, Steampunker? Long time no see. Really spoiling us today. Am I? Is this called spoiling? If this is what it takes to spoil you guys, then awesome. Happy to spoil you all. But really good to be able to stream on Wednesday and also kind of just chat, talk. It's going to be pretty chill because it's going to be drawing, but always great catching up with you guys. I need a projector and screen for the show. Mark's Music Obsession shared this awesome thing. He does this often. Why, that's not it. Why did that switch on me all of a sudden? No. Oh, I know why. Because... Yes. Mark's Music Obsession shared with you guys in the chat. Maybe you already clicked on the link. But he shared his view. He's watching right now on the phone with Michelle, the other half of Eminem. Watching on the phone instead of the usual big screen. This is awesome, Mark. I don't even know how to respond to this. I wish I was there. This is incredible. What an incredible view that's just out your backyard. Are you kidding me? It's been rainy here. Rainy, sunny. But I don't have that kind of view. My backyard is somebody else's backyard. Not as exciting. But it must be relaxing to wake up to that every day. I'm telling you. But thanks for sharing that. And hello to Michelle. I don't think Michelle jumped in the chat because Mark shared that she is charging her phone. But we'll say hello anyway. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing? This is the original time slot, which is best. I'll keep that in mind. Steampunker will bring the snacks. Mo Biggs is here.
Better known as Mo, Big wasn't always the confident voice we hear today.
What in tarnation? A Wednesday show on a Wednesday? Dadgummit. If in that won't beat all. How you doing, Mo Biggs? Yes, we are going to do this. A Wednesday show on a Wednesday. It's controversial. Can't wait for the 2-minute timer to pop up. Yes. That's part of it. Steampunker says, come visit me, Mark. I'll happily put Rocky up on my projector for all of us to watch. That's frightening. It makes me think about my skincare, shaving, how oily my face is. I've rewatched some of my old streams where I had some oil issues. Nobody told me. I've seen some streams where I like turn my head and my hair is like alfalfa in the back. It's really bad. I need like a makeup person to guide me as I do this. Where's the new emojis, Rocky? That's a good question, Mark. I have not gotten to work on those. Too busy editing this dang video, which we will show in a second. But I'll get to them. Don't worry. I know we were talking about what should be the new emoji. Typical T Green. How are you, T Green?
Roses are red. Violets are blue.
AKA Lindsay Rose. Awesome seeing you. Thank you for stopping in. Some lime jello emoji for you. There he is. Michelle says hello, everyone. Her phone is on the charger. Hello, hello. Hail, Michelle. A Kindle. That reminds me when Mark was bragging about sending chat messages through his fancy new touch-tone phone. Couldn't hear yours, Rock. Oh yeah. That's sometimes it's like I always forget when I hit live, and I have a YouTube window of my own open, just because I'm like checking chat and what have you, making sure everything's streaming okay. And if I forget to mute the sound on that, it'll double up and you'll hear that echo. So sometimes at the beginning of the streams, that happens because I forget. There's too many things to remember. What's not to brag about a touch-tone phone? That's right. Afternoon, everyone. What's up? Big Boy Burgers 5656. Wonder if the emo woman will pop in chat today. I wonder. I saw her on Discord. Oh, no, not Discord. Was it Discord? Or was it Instagram? Emo trash. I'm kind of like not super frequent on most social media stuff. X is probably my most frequent, and I don't post that much on X, but I'm just there like surfing. But then all the other ones are not as much. YouTube is probably the most. Would be sad if she didn't show the streams in a row. I know. That's right. What is up with emo? Maybe John's been whispering in her ear. Stop going to that crazy show. There you go. Gone John on us. Steampunker says, I'm excited. I like the art streams. Nice. What I enjoy most about Master Size is we don't have to look at the art of DC's Absolute line. I did pick up one of these books, Absolute Wonder Woman, today. Come on, my bigs. Gotta keep it current. You gotta keep your finger on the pulse of what these kids are reading these days. It's been a little bit of difficult to lock down these pencils. Yes, I am tired and overwhelmed. When Mr. Beast says it, suddenly my advice is worth listening to. I mean, he is a little bit more proven, Mo Biggs. Just a little. You know what I'm saying? 30-minute reading of the chat is part of the reason we watch. Yes, there we go. Go take that, Mr. Beast. Take that and shove that in your algorithm. Yeah, baseball, I'm excited about it. The weather has been a little spotty, but it's it's clearing up now, and it should be, if weather reports hold, it should be a beautiful game. So I'm really, really excited just to go see. I love watching baseball in person and being at the park. If you ever come to San Francisco and it's during baseball season, go try and catch a baseball game because the park is beautiful. It like overlooks the water. It's really nice, and the way that they laid it out is really pleasant. A lot of things to do and walk around and see. And even if you're not watching the game, you can walk around the park, and it's just beautiful. So I'm really excited about that. Double Kiwi Baby. We should, because I played it for Mark. I got to play it for Cran, right? All right, here we are. Double Kiwi Baby. Thank you guys again, Cranberry, Mark, for being members. So I kind of pissed off my cat. He sits on this spot, this chair, when I'm not using this setup and I'm on my other setup. He sits here and he sleeps. And so I had to kick him out, and now he's just freaking out because I kicked him out. So, do you hear that? I know I didn't set up a chair for you, dude. Okay, give me guys 1 second. I'm gonna set up my chair over there for him to sit in, or else he's gonna bug us the whole stream. All right, I'm gonna put a chair for you over there. You can sit over there like you normally do. I almost broke my back picking him up. Are you better now? Settled? You settled? We can't have you yelling at us. Call this cat number 1 treatment. That was cat number 1. Yes. Typical T Green is already getting tired. Got my steps in on my walking pad again. Awesome. Did I tell you guys when I was in New York, I got like 30,000 steps a day. It was kind of crazy. Now that I've gotten back to home, a little bit more into the average range of steps. So, yes. This is the meeting place for this. Oh, whoops. This is the meeting place for this group. We have plenty of space. Mark's music obsession. He's opened up the M&M B&B is what I've heard. That's what I heard through the grapevine. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Mark's music obsession posted a link for Fourth Wall. That's right. I try and give as much possible insider sneak peeks for those who support on Fourth Wall, and also they get high-res scans of the master studies that I do here. I know it's been a little bit delayed because I've been delayed on the KIRBY one, but that is a perk when you're a member in Fourth Wall. And then also, after this KIRBY master study, I'm probably going to shift over to do like live stream drawing, try and do like commission sketches or like blind, what do they call, blank sketch drawings, which would be kind of fun. Different approach to drawing on stream, but yeah, those will link to the Fourth Wall subscription as well. Think of it as practice for when you're actually famous. You have an actual big crowd. I think this is as big as it's going to get, Steampunker. So, yes, it's good practice, but I ain't holding my breath. But I look at all sorts of streams, all sorts of YouTube channels, and half the time I'm like, excuse me, half the time I'm like, I don't even understand how that channel has gotten that big. It's not even like the famous streamers. It's just like, other random streamers, even those in the comic book space or art space. And I'm like, how did that get that big? I don't get it. So me trying to figure it out, I've stopped doing that. And I just want to build what I'm building here. Super happy with that. Super happy with getting to know all you guys. And yeah, but I don't have any aspirations of like growing this to a Mr. B size by any stretch of the imagination. I did see you with the oily face, but I figured you just had an oily face. Fair. That is fair. Katie was the test guest a while back. She will give a review of the place. Oh, at your place. Yes. And I think she's going to give you 5 stars, double thumbs up. We'll visit again reviews from what I heard. It seemed like she had an incredible time there. I hope she's doing well. I haven't seen Katie in a while. There's a certain amount of glistening that you have when you've got really healthy skin. Thanks, Gran. At my age, I think it's good to have oily skin, healthy skin at my age, as opposed to dry and crusty skin. That's not good. That's right. Tell her, Rocky. You say that Mo Biggs in the next master study would be of absolute Batman. We get to vote. Shooting the fat is the best. Aw, thanks. Rig the vote before. I don't do that. I don't rig the vote. No, I try and keep it fair. If anything, I try and steer us back to the straight and narrow, as opposed to all these burner account trying to force the tie moves. It is fun watching a baseball game live. I want to vote, but I don't want to change the thumbnail. That's part of it. That's part of it. Yes, Mad Cat, Angry Cat. I had to kick him out. I think we can all guess which cat got this. It was actually, no, cat number 1. Cat number 1 got the treatment. He's settling in now. He's the loudest one, so he is giving me a bit of a poop face, but he's settled in now. He's just like, you have, if you guys have owned a cat, if any of you guys own cats or have had cats before, you'll know that they are creatures of habit, routine, and definitely my cats are. Like, once they sink into a routine or a habit, they're in every single day, like clockwork. So when you break that, it definitely pisses them off, and that's what happened today. They were running all over the place, scratching parts of our couch that they weren't supposed to scratch, yelling, wrestling each other. They were really upset with me. Cat number 1, Rocky, would have been complaining I had to bribe him with treats and affection. Don't break your check lifting your cat. Yeah, he's pretty heavy. I don't think so. I'll let Mark speak to that. I don't think so. You did mention that you walked 3:30. Yeah, it was a lot. It was like, break my back. I gotcha. You'll never grow with that attitude. I'm just being realistic here. Right? Mo has a way of raising that bar, turning up the heat. You're wearing a pet dog shirt around your pet cat. Yes. I don't think I have any cat. Do I have any cat shirts? I don't think I have cat shirts. Although it is kind of annoying. I don't think you guys can see on the camera as much. And probably if you did, you wouldn't tell me. But it is kind of annoying having the cats we do. They're like medium to long hair cats. And all of my dark clothes, most of my clothes are dark. I tend to wear darker colors, black, grays, blues over anything lighter. But most of my outfits, shirts, clothing has cat hair on it because my cats are grayish, whitish. And so I'm constantly having fluff balls on my clothes. The chair that I just move over there with my other cat is a gray chair, and it's just covered in white fur. So it might as well be me wearing a cat shirt based on the fur that I have on it. Where is that Shanth? Where is that Shanth? I texted him the other day. Did you guys hear? Horrible news. Adam Hughes, one of the... And this is not a My Wednesday comic kind of thing where I am going through the books, right? This will be a more master study, but you guys know I picked up this book a few weeks ago, Superman Spider-Man #1, which is a Marvel DC crossover, and I picked the Adam Hughes cover. Love Adam Hughes. We've looked at a lot of his work on stream before. Well, today the Marvel half of that crossover came out, Spider-Man #1, Superman, and I picked the Adam Hughes cover also. Adam Hughes is just such a good cover artist. Sorry, it's not focusing on my face. He's such a good cover artist. I always love his art. He's incredible. I've loved it for a long time. But just recently I heard that he's out of commission for a while. His wife, partner, girlfriend, I'm not exactly sure their relationship, but she announced on his website that they discovered he had colorectal cancer, stage 3, which does not sound good. I think he's going to start chemo in a couple weeks. He's only in his like mid 50s, which is really, really scary and kind of sad. But yeah, that news, I mean, it kind of hit a little harder just because I've been a huge fan, but it hit a little harder this week when I picked up this cover. I was like, oh, dang. I hope he's okay. So yeah, Adam Hughes, prayers for that dude. But why I brought that up is what I text Sean about that news when I found out about it. I think it was last week. And Sean met Adam Hughes. He interned at the studio that Adam Hughes was at, Gaijin Studios in Atlanta, during the summer, long time ago. So yeah, he has not a close relationship with Adam Hughes, but he knows him better than just as a fan. So he was really bummed to hear that. John's positive influence was the only thing keeping me in line. We need John back. That even more so now that you've mentioned that, Mo Biggs. Better oily than dry for sure, yes. That's like showing off you're cheating on your cat. Have I? No. I don't know, Steampunker. I don't remember what Master Study, but he definitely rigged it. Oh! Was it a Master Study vote? I don't think I rigged it. Maybe I just only gave you guys the choices that I wanted. I can't remember. Rocky wasn't wearing his glasses when he bought the shirt. He thought it was Clifford the pig-fed hog. No. I love Clifford the big red dog. But yes, pig feeder lady. I have not renewed my zoo membership, guys. Not out of any reason other than I'm just holding off until weather like gets consistently nice. Then I'll renew it. But yeah, who knows? Maybe she's gone. Maybe she doesn't exist anymore. Awesome one. Merry Christmas to you too.
Yes, that's awesome.
On whatever planet you're on. How are you doing? Pop culture minefield raid. Is that a show? I think you're a raid of one, maybe. No, I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog. Just 2 cats. Cat vomit on your cloths. I have had cat vomit before, for sure. Stepped in that a number of times. You need a shirt with you and cat number 1 wearing birthday party hats and eating a cake. Then on the back of the shirt is cat number 2 alone and sad, looking at an empty bowl. I love cat number 2 also. He just gets into trouble more than cat number 1. He's more complicated. My mother-in-law calls him complicated because he is. I had someone call me Mr. Green in a stream. You know, when I first met Steampunker, aka Comrade Sammy, I thought she was a dude. So, no fault on whoever did that to you, but typical T Green, I mean, it's a hard name to figure out if there's a Mr. or Mrs. ahead of that. True. Cranberry Landers did hear about Adam Hughes. Sad for him, but I'm not surprised. Yeah, he's legendary. Yeah, he has a website, and they have like, I mean, if you look on it, like any comic news site, they all pretty much reported it. That's another way. Yeah, definitely in that area. Hopefully he can beat the cancer. Yeah, I hope so too. When you said he's out of commission, his wife, my first thought was, please don't have Jim Lee's name mentioned, but it was worse. Yes, Shant did. I was thinking divorce, not cancer. Oh, no. Yeah, it's kind of worse. And then I think also part of the news article was they have dogs, and one of their dogs got diagnosed with cancer too. Yeah, double whammy of bad news. John is a positive influence for sure. I was thinking of end of life as some actors ended his. Jeez, awesome one. Rocky, get off your butt to the zoo so you don't get. Awesome one, man. You're spinning some dark messages here and funny ones, but some dark ones. Dragonheart. Oh my gosh, I've never heard that movie talked about in a while. If Mo wants to be a contributor to my mischief, I will not intervene. Yes, it's true. Rocky thought I was a guy. And you know who set me straight? Steampunker? John. John did.
He goes, what's your name? He goes, John.
So he's more positive influence. You guys have that equal ability, so yeah, you could be derailer in chief. Maybe if we say it loud enough, Emo will hear it, and then she'll be like, "No, I need to hold my position." So I'm coming back. Uh, 30, not bad. Is it 30? 30. Okay, cool. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, you guys. We're doing all right. And it's good because I need to draw. But before I start, we are going to have right? We are going to premiere the video of the Philippe Lebaun Gallery. Are you guys ready? I'm really happy how it turned out. What am I looking up? I'm looking up drumroll? Is this it? There we go. All right, here's the video. Hopefully it plays well. And then after I premiere it, I'm going to make it public on YouTube. So you guys can go back and watch it again. And then it'll be part of my rotation, trailer rotation. Finally, a new video to start my Wednesday comic streams. You're not ready? All right, get ready. Here we go. There you go. The Philippe Labaun Gallery. Mark's Music Obsession said, seen it. Suckers. This is cool, but the somber music is evocative of poor Adam Hughes' recent and lamentable diagnosis. Oh, Biggs. Sounds like a really fun, awesome gallery. Some amazing pieces. It was incredible. It wasn't that big, but it was just perfectly curated. And it just elevates. When you display comic art like that, it just elevates it. It just gives you the space to like appreciate how hard and how difficult it is to create comic art. And yeah, it was beautiful. And then they had that little annex which I showed at the end of the video. I think that's a new addition to the gallery, and I think that one's going to be less of a rotating show and more of like permanent exhibits that rotate less. And for them to do Mobius in that one as the inaugural exhibit was amazing. And I know Mobius is one of Philippe's. He told me it was one of his favorite comic artists of all time. So it was beautiful, really incredible. Typical T Green says, "Why do I want the frames to be antique gold?" Right? Just needs that, like, I don't know. Just feels so fancy and expensive, which I'm sure those pieces were super expensive. I didn't even look at the prices for any of those. I don't even know. I think you'd have. They didn't even have like prices listed. I think you'd have to talk to the gallery owner, Philippe, and discuss it, which ones were for sale and how much. But I can't imagine how much those cost. To Dick with love and gratitude is the official motto of Chelsea. The cowboy one, that was a painting by Mobius. And the Mobius pieces, most of the ones that they had in that gallery were not that big. Maybe postcard size. That one was a little bit bigger, but it wasn't huge, like a wall-sized painting by any means. It was great, really great. And Mobius, a lot of his career was drawing Western comics. One of them was called Blueberry. And so that was before he even got into the like sci-fi world, which is what most people know him for. Most of the work that he's famous for is what he's done in like sci-fi fantasy art. But he cut his teeth and did a lot of his work on Blueberry, which was a Western. So I think that was from that era. Jeffrey Beats. Good day, Rocky. Good day, all. Greetings from a beautiful morning in Meanjin. Good day, Jeffrey Beats.
10% bogan, 50% bogan, 100% bogan.
Awesome having you here. Which was your favorite exhibit from the show, Rocky? So they had two parts. It was the Jansen, Klaus Jansen, and the Mobius. Ooh, that's a tough one. I think... Oh, that's a tough one. Just seeing Mobius's artwork in person is like a religious experience. It's like pretty incredible. But there were some stunning Klaus Janson pieces. Both Batman and his Daredevil pieces were really incredible. I need some awesome Punisher ones. I think some of those Batman ones. Oh, I think some of the Daredevil ones that he did, that he was inking over Frank Miller, those were, because Frank Miller is so important to me and means so much to me. Just to see those originals were breathtaking. Thank you. Good day, Rocky's crew. Is this a new room background? No. Have you not been to one of my Master Study shows, Jeffrey Beats? This is not a My Wednesday Comics, which is on my other setup. This is we're doing a Master Study, so I'll be drawing more today than looking at comics. I mentioned at the top of the stream that not that many books really came out this week. And I did want to keep going on this master study and haven't had a time to carve out when to draw on stream again, so I just took the slot. I said, get out of here, my Wednesday comics. We're doing a master study. Real Rocky is reading comics out the back. Yeah, this is the AI version of Rocky. That's right. That's right. Some of that AI stuff is getting scary. Scary and, like, incredible. I forgot what the name of this one guy that I follow on Instagram. I think his name is Teddy Wang. But he does this things where he's talking to AI. He's like, AI, show me a picture of me eating a dumpling. And then he's talking. I don't even know how to. He's talking to this avatar, and the avatar will talk back to him. But he has got some incredible videos that look so real. I don't even know how he does it. Many people know him from, wow, the Blueberry Lucky Luke crossover, which inspired Brokeback Mountain. No. Skipped my video. All right, that's fine. Watching this on the way to work in the train. Nice. How long is your train ride, Jeffrey Beats? And is your train system, do you like your train system? I always find that public transportation is a telling mark for me of how much I'll like a city or not. New York's public transportation, even though it's old, you know, urine covered, dirty, it's still cool, and it just is like a spider web in that city. So you can go anywhere. You transfer here, transfer there. It'll take you anywhere. Boston, very similar. Great public transportation system that I love, and very clear and gets you where you need to go. San Francisco, no can do. You would think that for such a large city and such a prominent city, we would compete in that category. I hate the public transportation system here. I've always hated it here. It's not as connected as those other cities I just mentioned, and it's always breaking down, and it's expensive, and it's like you don't know if you're going to get like accosted on the train or on the bus. It's horrible. I hate it. So how's your public transportation, Jeffrey Beats? Some things AI can't replace. Yeah. This is not my garage. I'm half asleep, so forgive me. No problem, Jeffrey Beats. There's no need to berate Jeffrey for living in a vastly different time zone. Yeah. It's awesome. I still have to edit the Art of Manga video, which will be Mo Biggs' favorite video. But that one was some incredible pieces in that as well. All the comic husbands are pushed into sheds and garages. I am not in my garage. This is downstairs. This is an office room. It's quite nice. It is my little man cave. Is Rocky AI? I haven't seen him talking to Pig Feeder Lady to prove he's not. Maybe the Pig Feeder Lady was AI. Did you ever consider that? I don't think Rocky's ASMR voice will help with your morning grogginess. I'm loving Absolute Green Arrow art. Looks awesome. Is that the one where it's like they're mixing a little bit of horror in that one, right? He's a little darker. I have not... I don't think it's launched yet, right? Absolute Green Arrow. So I will keep my eyes peeled for that one to see. But yeah, the art, the new costume looked kind of cool. I think he has like a skull mask or something. Looked kind of cool. AI or Blender, not sure. Star Wars fan film. There's a million Star Wars fan films that are AI now. Some of them are better than some Star Wars content out there. So it's kind of crazy. 20 minutes to the city. I love the train. Nice. Nice. We haven't seen him eat a full sheet of summer salad yet. Could he be AI? I could. You know what we have? What a dessert that has been frequenting my house is a blueberry. It's a blueberry sour cream pie. So there is a pie, famous pie restaurant in San Mateo, which is a little south of the city, and it's called Heidi's Pies. And it's famous because it's like one of those old diner kind of neighborhood pie places. And we love their pies there. We don't often get down to that area, so we don't eat their pies a lot. But when we do, whether we're shopping or meeting friends down there, we're like, oh, we got to stop by Heidi's Pies. So we bought a couple Heidi's Pies, and the one that we love is their blueberry sour cream pie. So that has been my dessert of the week after dinner. I don't take that trolley at all. It's just for tourists. Clean train. I usually read digital comics, so it's my reading time. Nice. Yeah. Well, a good commute when you don't have to drive is really nice. Because, yeah, you could read, you could catch up, you could sketch, you could sleep. And if you don't feel like you have to be on guard from getting mugged or shivved, it can be a very relaxing experience. Trains are 50 cents to anywhere. Holy cow. I think ours are, I think it's $3. And New York was $3 too. But the cool thing about New York was for their subway, you can just tap now. You don't have to buy the Metro card and then like top it up and then use it. You just tap your phone to get into any subway. So that was super convenient and great. Can't wait to not watch the Art of Manga video. If Pig Feeder Lady was AI, the pigs would starve. Yes, she was AI. You made an entire AI. I did. That's true. Oh, I did see that Pig Feeder Lady video, and it definitely looked like, yes, it was. Horror and Green Arrow, exciting, kills billionaires, buy it. Okay. Check and check. If the Pig Feeder Lady video was AI, it sure fooled me. It looked legit. I may have heard of blueberry pie before. I could see it being very good. It's not just blueberry pie, blueberry sour cream. Sour cream pie? They have this like dollop of cream on top of it. And so it's not just straight like tart. It has like a creaminess to it. It's wonderful. Really good. I haven't heard someone salivating over a blueberry cream pie like this since Lucky Luke. That was pretty good. Trains are okay. Typical T Green says. Typical T Green, aren't you in the... Are you in the Cleveland area? Is that right? Am I right about that? Can't remember where you were. Sour cream blueberry pie sounds awesome. It is. It's really good. Rocky, check your share stuff on Discord. It's AI. Check your share stuff on Discord. What share stuff? Did I share stuff? That is frightening. Awesome one. Oh my gosh. All right, this is worth... I gotta get to drawing. This is frightening. And it makes me want to turn off my camera. Hold on, I'm trying to open up Discord here. For those of you who don't know, my name is Rocky Baldestairs. I have a Discord channel. And some of you fine folk are already part of that. Some of you choose not to be, which is fine. But we do get to share things back and forth, links, what have you. Most of it is comic related. There's a lot of memes going in and fun videos to watch too. Downloading the updates. Stop it, Discord. Well, we'll let that download for a second. But Awesome One just posted something freaky in there. $3. I thought Mom Don. Yeah, right? You're telling me. Pig Feeder Lady video was AI. Now I don't know what to believe. Of course it was AI. Blueberry Anything is good. Mark's Music Obsession says, when there's nothing left to believe in hope. That's very sweet. Discord is still downloading. I know, but I don't want to write out sour cream because I thought it wouldn't flow very well. Pennsylvania. Oh, geez. I was way off on that one. Typical Tea Green. My apologies. I don't even know anything about Pennsylvania's about their public transportation. I don't think I've experienced that at all. All right, this is frightening. Awesome one. I'm gonna freak out everybody with this, but this is part and parcel of it. Okay, so Awesome One just posted this on Discord. Is that not frightening? That's AI. What in the heck? Delete that, please. I don't want the AI gods knowing my face. That's frightening. And who is she? I've never seen that woman before in my life. Did you just type in like random Asian woman feeding pigs? I do like how my shirt says Chafford. Oh my gosh. That's frightening. This is absolutely terrifying. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm a bit speechless. Good old Cleveland, the mistake on the lake. Yes, there's the Discord link. You could see John again if you're in Disney. You could see this frightening stuff here. Yeah, there you go. I'm AI. It's frightening. That's frightening. Haunting, Mark's Music Obsession says. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's scary. The only time Rocky ever experienced pencil was when he took... It's all good. Our public transportation is so varied. Michelle is impressed. She's from Pennsylvania. That's right. Right? Pennsylvania polka. Yeah, that's frightening. This picture makes it look like Rocky was only using Pig Fairy Lady to get the pigs. He's so happy feeding them. Plot twist, Mrs. Ballesteros and Pig Feeder Lady are one and the same. That does not look like my wife. And she would not be happy feeding pigs like that with somebody wearing a shirt that said Chafford. But that frighteningly is so scary. I don't even know what to say. I'm quite honored, but freaked out. Apparently the AI thinks Asians only hang out with Asians. Unless you prompted it that way. Racist AI. That must be wife number 2, the cat number 2 of Rocky's romantic life. Frightening. My wife's like Chinese, right? She is. She's from Singapore, not Taiwan. Yeah. But not all Chinese people look the same, Cranberry, and that woman does not look like my wife. So, there you go. All right, enough of these shenanigans. Read my prompt. What was your prompt? What was your prompt? Have him hanging out with the lady feeding cute pigs. Have him... Oh. Wait. Your prompt was have him hanging out with a lady feeding cute pigs. Have him hanging out with a lady feeding cute pigs. Oh my gosh. It's frighteningly easy. I know they don't, but I didn't want to get into my new show that nobody else cares about while I go for my obvious joke. I use Gemini since Grok isn't free. Not all Chinese people look the same. The person who most needed to hear this message, Michael Bancroft, is not here. That's okay. He'll understand one day. Isn't Singapore its own country, yes. But it's like America, where you're American, but you can be Chinese American, you can be Filipino American, you can be Mexican American, or is that right? Mexican American? I guess so. Hispanic American, so you can live in Singapore and you can be Indian. The kind of the majority ethnicities there are Indian, Malaysian, Indonesian, Chinese. There's quite a few expats from like Australia, the UK, but those are the predominant ethnicities there. So you can be Indian, but you could be Singaporean as well. So my wife is Chinese, but she's Singaporean. I need to Google where Pennsylvania is, Mark. My geographic knowledge is so limited. You know what? You probably have better geographic knowledge than a lot of Americans do. I hate to say it. So yeah. No, I don't think it's a racial slur. I think that it's isn't it like a country? Like, is it like contradicting Mexican American? I guess not. It's like Chinese American. China's a country. I don't know. You don't know these days. It's all you can. Everything is a hot button. At least in California. I felt like when I was in New York, it wasn't that. Granted, it's not like I had so many conversations and lived there a long time, but just when I was there, it didn't feel like it was so much of a hot button as it is here in California. Who knows? Everybody there was just a New Yorker. That was my impression. Okay, here we are. So as you can see, I have gotten done with a lot of stuff. And I did do a lot off stream. So like this tower, so complicated. This background stuff here. This look, check out this incredible Kirby tree branch. It's like almost as complicated as an action scene. Drawing all these different marks. And I love it. It's like there is lighting, quote unquote, but it's super stylized Kirby lighting and these kind of marks. It's all just about energy with the way that Kirby renders things. So it's not like he's looking at a tree branch and looking at how the light falls realistically on it. It's really stylized, but it's fun. It's fun to try and copy it, which is what I'm doing. So yeah, I got this, but look how much I still have to go. Look at all of these rocks and tree branches, etc. Almost done on this side. Still got this building over here. And then just got to tighten up this stuff in the middle here, which it's close there. But anyway, let's make a dent in it. Let me just adjust this camera because the angle is a little... Here we go. But yeah, it's been a while since I've drawn on stream, so it'll be fun. Oh, I see. Ancestral heritage. Yes. That lady in the AI image looked to me a lot like a Filipino lady. She looks a little bit more Chinese. But the funny thing with Filipinos is they're kind of the mutts of Asia. So if you meet a Filipino person, I mean, I'm Filipino myself, and my mom's side of the family tends to have more of like a Spanish background. Like their side of the family probably descended from when Spain was occupying the Philippines. But my dad's side of the family, they look more like Chinese. And so I often get a lot of people, when they meet me, they're like, "Oh, are you mixed?" And I'm like, "Nope, both my parents are Filipino, but just different parts of it." Then you'll have some Filipinos that look like Samoan or like super dark and like Hawaiian. So yeah, it's a wide range in the backgrounds of Filipinos. So yeah, we're all a big mix of everything. That last video, the last By Wednesday Comics video, part of that stream we were watching those videos of cartoon intros that I love. So it's like Thundercats and Silverhawks. And my channel got flagged for it. I was like, what in the... So now I'm really gun shy about any kind of music, or unless it's from YouTube. I don't know how people do it though. People are always watching video content on their YouTube channels, and I thought if I like talked over it a little bit and I paused, I wouldn't have issues, but sure enough, it flagged me. I don't know if you guys know what's the secret. I've heard some people say like if you play sound out of a external speaker and not through your computer, that the content tools have a harder time of tracking that. That's what I heard. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I don't dare try it. I've been to Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Had some desserts, I think. Is it really called Intercourse, Pennsylvania? Wow. You can tell Rocky wanted to say Latinx. It's the San Francisco in him. I hate that term. Latinx? Yeah. You are even censors as mods for certain words. You are even censored as mods for certain words. Oh, yeah. I don't think so. I prefer to say American who's got Mexican blood. Okay. That could take on a different meaning as well. Such as mid, get, burning, with words describing what you burn. What? There are some unique names in southern Pennsylvania. Really? Okay. Rocky, watch David Finch. Maybe you can learn to draw. Oh, David Finch is amazing. The Mutts of Asia. Looks like Bancroft has influenced Rocky more than we thought. I love Filipinos. Yeah, Filipino culture is It's great. I see all sorts of videos like my cousins will send me or my in-laws or whatever of like the running joke that like a lot of Filipinos can sing or they're good at performing. It's true. So there's like videos of them saying like, "Oh yeah, let's go sing karaoke," and then the Filipino people are just like going all out, hog wild, and they're like amazing. I also get a bunch of videos about a bunch of like Instagram videos of the Filipino accent and like making fun of the Filipino accent, and those are always hilarious because they're so true. Okay, let's start carving out these rocks. No pun intended. Gosh, I think I'm running out of space here, so I need to. So if this is your first time catching this stream, probably not, but if it is, just a little backstory in the master study. It's where I try and reproduce a comic page, a cover. In this case, it's a double page pinup by a comic artist that I think is a master and legend. And Jack Kirby is always in that conversation when you ask people who their favorite comic artists are. More likely than not, he's in the top 5. They don't call him Jack King Kirby for nothing. But I'll pick an image, and oftentimes we vote. The chat will vote on which image out of like the top 3 that I pick. And then I will reproduce it. So in this particular case, and try and reproduce it at size that it was originally created at. So this one, since this was a double page spread, a vertical double page spread, this is the normal comic book page size times 2, but vertically. So yeah, now I'm just trying to pencil it first, and then I'll take it to inks after I'm done with the pencils. And people ask me, why do you do this? Why don't you just trace it? Why don't you just lightbox it? And I love this part of the process because there's so much you learn from understanding and trying to match the pencils that you don't get if you're just tracing or lightboxing to ink. And I really, really appreciate it even more as I went to that gallery exhibit on Klaus Janson and just reading that gallery book with his interviews about inking. Because he's one of those inkers, like there's some inkers that are just chameleons, and they, depending on who they ink, it just looks like beautifully tightened versions of the penciler. But Klaus Janson is one of those inkers where you can feel his hand and his style on whoever he's inking. Doesn't matter how big of a artist or penciler that person is. You can always feel that Klaus Janson touch. Kevin Nolan is another inker that I feel like falls in that category. But it's cool because reading the interviews, it's very deliberate. Like, he's not here to just make a darker line of an artist's pencils. He's trying to communicate through his own artistic ability the intent and tell the story that the penciler is doing, or whatever penciler he's paired up with at the time. So that can be in line quality, that can be in texture, that can be in lighting, brushstroke, tools. Everything is just like up for grabs to serve the story. And that's why all of his inks have such a unique quality to it. So that's one thing I've been learning a lot as I've done these master studies, and this is the 10th one I've done. Just what each inker adds to the process, and how much you add to telling the story at each stage, both penciling and inking and all that. So that's why I don't like to jump over or make a shortcut for this penciling part of the process. I love to like wrestle with it too, because you learn a lot. You learn a lot about composition, you learn a lot about proportion, scale, shapes, that I wouldn't really pay attention to if I was just tracing somebody else's pencils. So yeah, at the end of the day, my pencils and my finished piece will not be exactly like this Jack Kirby finished piece. But that's part of the beauty of it. It being filtered through my own lens is kind of adding its own quality to it. Awesome One says, I lived in Manila for a month at a quasi-orphanage missionary building. Oh, wow. That's awesome. I've only been to the Philippines once in my life, if you can believe that. And it was when I was super young. So I don't have any memory of it. I should actually go back. It's kind of a shame. But every time we go to Asia, I end up just going back to Singapore. Just to visit my wife's home and her family. I'm not as close with my family that's still in the Philippines, so. And also, that country is it's kind of, compared to Singapore, it's kind of behind the times a little bit. I've heard it has beautiful beaches, beautiful nature there in some parts of the country. But then I always hear these nightmare stories of like the traffic and like how congested it is and like how things don't run on time, and I think that would drive me crazy. I don't know. I should go back though. Filipinos come in all shapes and colors. There you go. Michelle said there is also a town called Blue Balls. What? Is that right next to Intercourse? Blue Balls, Pennsylvania? That is, how did that happen? How did that get approved? You get to Blue Balls if you took a... We all come from Africa originally. Apparently, she looks like a Filipino girl some Filipinos I knew in high school. Filipino wish they were white. At least that was true in 2010. I mean, I could see that comment. Like, they do idolize Western culture there. I mean, Western culture has had a huge influence on Filipino culture because, like, America and the military bases there, and just the connection with the Philippines and America. So that's definitely true. I mean, a lot of people, a lot of countries, from my experience, are influenced by Western culture, Western entertainment. But then you see like Korea, for example. We went there last summer, and their culture now is influencing the world. Their entertainment, their beauty products, their pop culture, their music, their everything, their food is influencing the world. So yeah, it's kind of crazy how things shift like that. Like everybody I know and talk to, they're watching some sort of K-drama, which I don't particularly care for, but everybody's watching it. That's what everybody talks about. Oh, have you seen this? Have you seen that? And you're seeing it in all the streaming services. They're carrying more and more K-dramas. It's nuts. The success of K-pop Demon Hunters really injected that into the younger generation. Right? Yeah, I didn't think I was I didn't think I would. I've seen many channels do a lot more to just watch videos and comment on them than I did. So I have no idea why I was singled out like that. I must be doing it wrong or something. I don't know. Any tips you guys have, I will take them. But it does make me gun shy to watch anything, like to stream anything or watch any video online. I did see your video got flagged. Yeah. Jay plays movies in the background. Like, how does he do that? Is it because it's not through his camera? Through his computer? That I think might be part of the key. But I see people play videos of... At least, like, they'll watch movie trailers. I don't see them getting flagged. And I don't think it's like they put something in their description that protects them. Like, this is for viewing purposes only or whatever. I have no idea what it is. Okay, almost done with this one stump. But yeah, it's kind of cool. These just like random blocky shapes he adds. Just are like his way of doing bark texture. I feel like a lot of these lines too. Well, that's not true. I definitely have seen Jack Kirby's pencils, and they're pretty tight. when somebody else is inking him. So I was going to say, I think maybe he just figures out some of this, and I can see a lot of these shapes just being worked out during the inking process. But actually do regularly think of Isabella from my senior year. And she did get away. She was hot. Nice. Was she Filipino? We always have these like ideal pictures from our childhood of like, it's like the redhead girl from Charlie Brown, you know, the one that's like that ideal girl. Billy Basco plays movies right on his panel screen. How do they do it? Maybe he said something else that YouTube picked up, like go watch Vimeo. Bangers is awesome. Very proud that he lives on the same island as me. Typical Tea Green ran out of chips. Bummer. I don't know if there's a Trader Joe's in Pennsylvania where you are, Tea Green, but they've got some crazy different chip flavors that I've been trying out. So like I'm trying a curry chip right now, which is pretty good. It's like a savory curry chip. They have like dill pickle potato chip, dill pickle flavored potato chips, which are pretty good if you like that sourish. They have their own version of Takis, which are always yummy and soury. Rocky next stream karaoke night. I think I've seen Katie. I've seen a couple streams where she's done karaoke, but it's through like video games or something. I don't know how she does it. No, I don't think I would do that. Karaoke. No, I don't even like karaoke in person. That's true. There's at least one TV and a mic you can see at restaurants and bars at some places that don't have walls. In the Philippines, I would not be surprised. What's up, Zaid Comics? How are you? Hail Phil. Don't worry if you can't actually sing, Rocky. You'll be fine. A neighbor's grandson just spilled my Alani. What? Did he just run past you? Mark's Music Obsession said he got his books. Nice. It's crazy to watch the paper get more and more bent as the artwork goes along. I know, right? Look at this like battle stain, scars here on the page. This is how it is in. I mean, you guys know I've done this before. This is kind of like a flipping technique from animation. That back in the old days, that's how we used to animate, was flipping paper, which is awesome. It's a great technique. But yeah, at the end of like a scene, your pages would be so torn up and beat up like this one is getting right now. It's also doubly hard because it's larger, so it's like a lot of effort to flip than a normal size paper. But it's cool. I've mentioned this before. It's just like training your eye to go from what you see, like a before and after kind of, and the trick is making sure that when I put this down and start flipping, it's in the same spot each time. Because if I move it a little bit off here and I think I'm off, then I'm like, oh, I got to shift everything over. I've done that before. I've shifted it over and then realized, ah, dang, I wasn't lined up on my paper. So that's the one tricky part of doing it this way. But we're not going for 100% accuracy. We're just going for as close as possible. Just capturing the essence of what we're doing here. Hope Alani feels better. Get bent. Everyone submit a pig feeder lady pick Rocky can draw. Oh my gosh. Would that be a master study because Rocky makes her oh boy. Pelicans working over the fish this afternoon. Seafood festival it seems. Oh nice. Did they just is there a certain season with the birds of when they come? Like do they migrate there? And then they start feeding on your fish, the fish in the bay, or is it called the bay? Where you are, Mark. Flip faster.
Hey kid,
What?
I'm a computer.
So says Alan Lau. He knows. What's up, Alan? Alan Lau 7524. How are you doing, my friend? Long time no speaky. How are you doing? Alan knows everything about flipping. We flipped in the trenches together. I was just texting Alan Lau the other day about you guys know that show Scrubs? We were big fans of that show when it first came out, and they just relaunched Scrubs, but like the characters are older now, and so there's like a new crop of interns at the hospital. But it's actually really good. I was like iffy about it. I was like, ugh, everybody's older, the actors are older. Do I want to see them old? But the way that they've written that show has been so true to the like overall tone of the original, the zeitgeist of the original, and so it's been awesome. The writing's been great. I caught up on it last weekend, and there's some plot parts, and I was like, oh my gosh, like the beauty with that show is it like would have the most weird, zany, crazy humor, and then they would just punch you in the heart at the end of the show, and it's just like that now. The new stuff is just like that. So it's great. It's a brilliant format. See, I'm kind of off here. It's like the paper slid a little bit. Don't forget to hit that like, you guys. I always forget to say that, but appreciate it. Sadly, we'll miss all streams starting Saturday for a week. Eminem will be traveling. That's not sad. That's great. Are you guys traveling far? Oh, I just did it. I just shifted that all over. It's good to like get out of your daily routine. I felt that when we went to New York. It's like, it's just so good to not be in the same routine. Like disrupt your natural rhythm every now and then. Then you appreciate it when you come back. But it is weird, since I came back from New York, you would think I would be sleepy earlier because they're 3 hours ahead. But for some weird reason, I've been sleeping even later than normal. I don't know. I got into this crazy rhythm of sleeping so late now. And then sometimes I have meetings early in the morning and I'm like, what am I doing? Okay. I think that corner is done. Saying hello to Alan. It's been a while, Alan. Mark, you're going John mode on us for a whole week. They've also got a kind of socialist dictator in the Philippines too. So there was, I think the president was Duarte, and he was kind of crazy, like mafia kind of crazy. And then I think he got ousted. Or yeah, I don't even know the political situation. It's always been a mess. I remember as a kid, like my parents being very concerned with what was going on in the Philippines. It was the time of like Fidel Marcos, and it was like a lot of corruption, and there was the assassination of a guy who was like his main opponent in politics. He was assassinated, and then that politician's wife ended up running after her husband was assassinated, so it was like this huge deal. Aquino. And I remember as a kid not really understanding what was going on, but it was just, in family discussions and all the Filipino circles that we ran in, people were talking about it. So it was a big deal. It's like people power, I think, was the running slogan of that. Then, I don't know, politics in the Philippines, I don't know that much about it, but it seems like it's so ripe with corruption that even the people that you think are doing good things there, eventually, maybe that's how politics are everywhere, but yeah, eventually their own corruption gets revealed, and the only people that suffer are the everyman, the people who the people of the country. And So it's always felt like the situation there, and again, I'm pretty detached from it. It just gets worse and worse. That's part of the reason why I'm like, I don't really want to visit that. I don't really want to visit a country where the government sucks and doesn't take care of its people and nothing runs right. I thought Australia has great suburb names. Rudy Hill. Nice. Yeah, Hollywood's, it's true. It's true. And then I also know that like Hollywood just became so political too. And also so permissive with everything that they were trying to do. And so a lot of people just wanted like, let's just go back to like just normal entertainment. Like I don't really want to see this political issue. Like I'm seeing that enough on the news. I just want to be entertained. I know that's a big reason like that my wife watches all the K-drama, Asian drama stuff. She's like, it's just easier to watch. She's like, all the Western shows just got too violent, too explicit. Language got worse and worse. But then the stuff that she watches, there's a clear formula to it, so she knows what to expect, and that's what I don't like. I'm like, I can tell you how this story is going to play out after I watch the first episode. I wasn't even thinking that this was his foot. I was just trying to reproduce this shape. I was like, oh, it looks like a mouth, but it's not. It's his foot. Yes, Hollywood did go ultra lefty progressive. Really injected that into the younger generation. Sounds like Rocky subconsciously understand what's really going on. Instead of actually doing good story and good characters, character-driven and story-driven movies and shows, just progressive propaganda message pushing these days. It has definitely permeated Hollywood storytelling. I just had a conversation with some friends about certain shows. I was like, this show would not even be able to be made in this day and age. It's not PC enough, or it's not doesn't have the right agenda. I was like, there's no way, or it would offend too many people. Even a show like The Office, like I love The Office. I was watching that on the plane, and there was some episodes, some jokes in that. I'm like, this would they wouldn't even be able to make this now. But it wasn't that long ago. I mean, it was, but not super long ago. But some of the humor they got away with was amazing, and that's what made it so funny. Okay, the exciting world of Jack Kirby bark. I love these shapes, though. I get lost in these shapes and I forget what I'm drawing. And I will say, like, after doing these master studies, in particular the Frank Miller one, that Daredevil Elektra one that I did, that's there, that one. Oops. And then seeing the originals in the Klaus Janson exhibit, that was like surreal, because it's like, wow. Like on certain levels, like, oh, I get it, I get what they're doing here, and then another level, I'm like, this is just on a whole different category than what I was doing, but it's really cool. K-drama overtakes Weebly now. Typical Green. She's using the weeb term. Love it. K-dramas are cool. There are some great ones out there. Alan says. I'll have to get some recommendations from you, Alan. Because the ones that my wife's number one question when somebody recommends a show to her is there a romance? Is there a love story? And she has to have. So a lot of the ones that she watches, they take place in different time periods and what have you, different scenarios, but it always kind of comes back to this like same formula for the love story. Not my kind of show. So yeah, maybe I'll have to get some recommendations from you. I also know that K-dramas go the very like they tend to do zombies a lot too, and they can go on the other extreme, and I'm not a big zombie fan. So yeah, I really like that movie Parasite. That was a great movie. It was really dark, but it was a great movie. But I also know there's some series out there that are a little bit more in the like zombie horror genre. Finishing up this side. Okay. There's this whole bit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is all pretty done. Acknowledge K-dramas are an acquired taste. Carrie Smith raid Southern poverty law indicted on funding KKK seems. Oh, I'm like, what are you saying? I think I know what you're talking about. It had to do with Kash Patel, right? K-drama overtakes Weebly now. Oh wait, I just read that. The Young and the Westless. I should find a K-drama to geek out about. There's a lot. There is a lot. Not drinking from the knowledge of good and evil, YouTube. What? One thing, people around the world like the same stuff, and if Hollywood won't create content for these audiences, they'll go to Korea, Japan, or Singapore, wherever they can get a good story. I think it's not a bad thing, too. I mean, it really opens up to, you know, how other cultures tell stories and what's important in those kind of stories to them, too. Like, I have nothing against that. I think it's awesome. It's just how they tell stories. Like, what I've noticed in like K dramas, Chinese dramas too, is there is a certain formula that they use, and you could probably say that about Western shows as well, in a different way. But there is a certain formula that's like, like, this is not creative at all. But yeah, I'm sure you could say that about Western. If you're an outsider looking in, you could say that about Western entertainment too. I think also just having the time to sit down and invest in a show is a big deal now. Maybe that's just me and my schedule, but I have a hard time sitting down and investing in any show. I think Scrubs is the only show that I'm regularly keeping up with right now. It's not even, just once a week. I tried to power through a few K-dramas. Couldn't do it. I think the nice thing with K-dramas, though, is usually, or Asian shows, are usually it's like a finite amount. It's not always... It's not like ongoing. So it'll be like, oh, you just got to watch, 30 episodes and then it's done or whatever. So that's nice. There's a strong stylization in K-drama similar to anime where you have to calibrate to that type of visual storytelling. Yes. And just going back to the shows that my wife watches, I don't like calibrating to those. There's like a certain look to the actresses, a certain look to the actors. And if they all kind of follow that, like they all have to be handsome. I mean, again, you could look at Western shows and think the same thing, but and then there's a certain music, like my wife's always talking about the soundtrack of whatever show she's watching. Also, one says I don't have Netflix anymore. Every time I think I want to cancel Netflix, there's always like that one show that comes up. I'm like, oh, I have too many streaming services, though. I just watched the latest Mission Impossible. I like the one that was before it. But this last one, it was kind of all over the map. It's like a little bit of a mess. But why did I bring that up? Oh, because it was on Amazon Prime. And that's another one I'm like, oh, we don't really need Amazon Prime. I don't watch that much stuff on Amazon Prime. But then that movie came out. I was like, oh, good thing we have Amazon Prime. Look at that Kirby-fied. Oh, I forgot the spirals here. A Kirby-fied branch. Oh man, I've spent more time on this background stuff than I have on Doom. I remember watching a few and it didn't click for a while. Yes, I that's kind of an ongoing thing with a lot of K-dramas I've heard, that people say just hang in there till episode whatever 4 or episode 8. Like, just hold on, it gets better. One of the more popular series, I haven't watched it, but I've heard about it often, is Crash Landing. I think is one of those big popular K-dramas. And everybody says that it starts really weird and you're like, I'm not going to watch this, but that you should stick with it for a few episodes. But that's the one when people are starting off, everybody says you need to watch Crash Landing. There we go. She was Filipino. Oh, the gal? The one that got away? It's like that One Piece show. Apparently you have to give it enough time for the brainwashing to sink in. Did you just see, I don't know if you saw Mo Biggs, that, is it Jake Paul or Logan Paul? Whoever is, whatever, one of the Paul brothers just bought, I think, an issue, like the highest graded issue of the first issue of One Piece, the highest graded comic, and he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars because One Piece is so popular right now. I think like, I want to say like $500,000 for a comic, which is crazy. I still have a book with some art that reminds me of her. She was very hot. Oh, Cranberry. The last K-drama I watched was about everyone is going to hell. And it seems the most popular K-drama is dystopian lately. Aldi is owned by Trader Joe's or vice versa. I think Aldi's... Wait, why do we bring up Aldi's? I think Aldi's, like the brother of the guy who started Trader Joe's, started Aldi's. Something like that. There's some relation. All right. Oh my gosh. Dill potato chips are good. I like the Mexican dill potato chips. Emo Trash, you're here. Where have you been, Emo Trash? So good to see you. You've been MIA for a while. A lot of people were talking about it earlier. We were afraid How are you doing, Emo? The derailer in chief is here. Rest easy, steampunker. The burden is shared now. Aldi is the world's largest grocery chain. Yeah, we don't have Aldi's where I'm at. Tons of Trader Joe's, but no Aldi's. Everybody's saying hello to Emo. Glad you could make it. Emo Trash, there you are. Have you seen the Dua Lipa drink on Insta? She mixes Diet Coke with... Ugh. I like pickles. I could not drink pickle juice, though, but I heard it's good for you. Kind of in the way like kombucha is good for you, I think. If it is good for you. But yeah, I could not drink. I think people that... Okay, this is a stereotype, but at least my history or my experience is people that like it's like a southern thing that people that like pickles. I used to have friends like when I was in elementary school, middle school, because I grew up in the South, that they would like pack those like dill pickles and then they would drink the juice out of it. And that was like a thing. You could buy it during lunch. And I wasn't a big fan of that. I do like pickles though, but I wasn't as big a fan to like buy it as my snack for lunch. Like that just sounded nasty to me. I like it as a condiment or like a side thing to barbecue or a burger or something, but not like that's it. That's what I'm eating for my snack, a dill pickle. So I don't know if it's a southern thing. I feel like it kind of is. But Diet Coke and pickle juice? That sounds kind of gross. I exist, Emo Trash says. I think Kroger is bigger in size than Tesco or Walmart after our first. No karaoke. It's painful. No karaoke. Where's your Filipino honor? Alan Lau says. I know, right? I mean, I think if I was with a group of Filipinos and they bust like every Filipino household I knew had some sort of karaoke machine tucked away in the corner that would, inevitably come out by the end of the party, or like a few hours into any party, and it can be fun, but you got to be in the right mindset and with the right group of people to sing karaoke, to kind of embarrass yourself that way. But yeah, never really made it. Even though I'm Filipino, never really took hold in my life. I get why people do it. I did like the karaoke games that they would have, like the video games. Those party games that were karaoke, those were fun. That's good, but that's because you're like playing a game, not just purely singing. Emo rising from the grave. Rocky enjoys flipping us off. I nearly just Googled Blue Balls, Pennsylvania, then I stopped. Thought, nah, I'll just trust Mark. Yeah, you don't want that in your search history, Jeffrey Beats. I think that could work against you. That could backfire. Let me just make sure everything's okay. I get the craziest. You guys want to hear it crazy? Oh, whoops. I'm going to play for you. I saved this on my phone because it was the most insane thing. I'm going to play for you this voicemail I got. I get the craziest spam. Listen to this. See if you can make sense of this.
Of course, good night. This is Alex with VRI interview, and I'm not telling anything, I promise. We are conducting a political survey with residents on this area, and we would like to get the opinion of that person. That's it. It's something real quick, honestly.
I'm like, did you just make up a bunch of words? The transcript is, of course, good night. This is Alex with VRI interview, and I'm not telling anything, I promise. We are conducting a political turvy with residents on this area, and we would like to get the opinion of that person. That's it. It's okay, real quick, honestly. I was like, thanks. India? No, like, I mean, that person obviously didn't know English, but it was the craziest thing ever. I just saw somebody became a member. S. Parker, what's up? S. Parker. Are you related to Peter? S. Parker became a new subscriber. Welcome, welcome. That is awesome. We are on our way to try and make 700 subscribers on my channel. So that's great. I was at like 692, then it dipped to 689, and now it's at 693, and maybe now we're at 694. I don't know, but that is great. It's been a while since I gotten a new subscriber while I was streaming. Let me just double check here. Well, I don't know. But welcome. I've merely sat up in my grave, not risen. That would be too much effort. Blue Ball, Pennsylvania. Everybody knows about it. Mark's Music Obsession says, Michelle told me it exists, Jeffrey. It's Blue Ball. Both those towns, surprisingly, are in Amish County. Amish remove all blue balls so they cannot breed and made into steaks. You mean bull balls? Oh my gosh. 95% of the birds in my part of Florida are here year round. Oh, okay. Wow, sorry, I'm way behind on that. Responding to that. Trust Michelle and not Google. Yeah, let's not. Is it as scenic as Blue Waffle, Ohio? AC Guy says we win dirtiest condenser of the week. Good thing is being changed. Like and subscribe. Subscribble. New Scrubs is great. Alan Lau says, yeah, it's really good. I blame you for makes me want to pick on Cran. Why? I never do that. I'm the staunchest defender from all of you and your relentless cyberbullying. Mark's Music Obsession says we are driving New Orleans on Saturday to leave on a cruise on Sunday for a week. Awesome. That's fun. Do you like cruises? Mark's Music Obsession, do you guys like cruises? I was not a big fan of a cruise when the very first time I went. I was like, I don't know about this. But I think it's great when you go with a bunch of people, because I'm the kind of person, and New York was a perfect example of this, that likes to explore a city and like walk around in it. So cruise feels a little bit claustrophobic for me, but as I've taken a few in my lifetime, I've realized like, oh, this is kind of cool. And especially if you go with the right people, like I know when I go with older people like my parents or, older relatives, they enjoy it because everything is just contained, and you don't have to plan. You don't really have to plan much. You could just, everything's there. So yeah, I've come to enjoy them and appreciate them more. And then also there's like something for everyone. If you want to just kind of stay in your room, or you want to just like sit near the pool, you can do that. If you want to go to a show, you can do that. If you want to just eat all the time, eat soft serve ice cream all the time, you can do that. One time we went on the Disney cruise when my kids were younger. That was awesome. That was like being on traveling Disney World. And the best part was like there were no, without all the lines from Disney World. But then they had like the characters walk around, and it was really fun. And the shows were really good. So yeah, that's fun. That's cool, Mark. I know a lot of cruises leave from Florida. Oh, but you're leaving from New Orleans. Okay. That's awesome. I haven't been to New Orleans in a long time. Long time, actually. One of the places I grew up was Louisiana, so we would take people, visitors, we would go, because we lived in Baton Rouge, so visitors, we would go to New Orleans. But yeah, I haven't been back since I was a kid. If I went, I'd be really curious about like the jazz scene there. Obviously the food. The vampirism of East Coast rubbed off on you is all. I guess. Is that where vampires are from, the East Coast? There's a lot of people I know down the East Coast stay up really late because they're trying to keep up with the people on the West Coast. But you still are 3 hours ahead. Yeah, I don't know. 3 hours to New Orleans. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not bad at all. Driven through Mobile several times and never turned right to New Orleans. Yes. Mark's going all to the cool places. He's going from one cool place to another cool place. I would like the architecture of New Orleans. Yeah. Militant Muslims still control many islands in the Philippines. I've heard that. Yeah, there's tons of islands there to visit. And I think that's where they say the best beaches are. It's like you have to go to the right island, but I don't know. If I go to the Philippines, I need somebody to like totally take care, like plan the whole thing out, and like I'll just be a tourist. I don't want to go like exploring. I need all the inside connects of like relatives. I need one of my cousins to say, hey, we'll plan this whole trip out. Just all you have to do is show up. You're staying here at this amazing resort. And all your food will be taken care of. That's the kind of trip to the Philippines I need. Like winging it, or like staying with relatives that I don't really know and not knowing if they have running water or not. Like that's not appealing to me. And that could happen. Knowing the Philippines. So yeah. But I'm sure it's amazing. I'm sure the food's amazing too. I love New Orleans, Lindsay Rose. Yes. Didn't you guys go recently? Like within the last year, right? I love. Oh yeah. Hollywood, you get a dong. We do, and geeks and nerds are always welcome, as Michelle is one too. Nice. This cleaning is crazy. Potent? Like smell? Hollywood puts out a majority of crap, but there have been thousands of TV shows over the decades and hundreds of absolute classics that you may not have seen. No need to resort to Eastern Mid-Dom. Eastern Mid-Dom. I mean, it's cool. Like, there's so much good stuff out there. And entertainment's entertainment. It's just our access to all sorts of entertainment, global entertainment now is getting so easy. I remember when I was growing up as a kid, it was like I had that one friend that would always talk about Monty Python, and he had his videotape of like Monty Python skits. And I'm like, what is this? Oh, this is British humor. I never really got Monty Python. I mean, I appreciated it, but I was never like a huge fan. But it just became this like sacred thing because nobody else had it, and it was this special thing. There's no other way you could see it unless you borrowed this friend's videotape. Like Japanese anime was like that when I was growing up too. My friend's copy of Akira, man, that made the rounds of all of us, and we would make copies of the copy, and it was this like super degenerated copy of the movie, but we would all love it. And it was this incredible movie that you could only watch if you had that one friend who had access to it somehow. Now it's not like that. Now it's like the world's at our fingertips. There's some stuff I've watched on Netflix. I guess like on some streaming service I watched some like Bollywood stuff that I know that has a formula, but there's some Bollywood stuff that I really love. Talk about over the top. There was that one movie that was pretty popular on Netflix recently. Not recently, maybe last 5 years. I think it was called RRR on Netflix. It was a Bollywood movie, and it was pretty good. It's like an action Bollywood movie. That's all. Us geeks have good taste in Jell-O salads. Nice. Yes. AC cleaning. Would gladly clean that for you if you lived local. Awesome one, did that type of service for years. Oh, nice. That's what she said. Jokes at the office would not be allowed now. I know. Especially the UK office. Yeah. Have you seen the fairly recent Australian? Oh, no. Is there an Australian version of The Office? I haven't watched last 3 seasons of American Office. The US Office went downhill after the writer's strike, but it was still pretty solid. With the rom-coms. I only watched the UK version. You've never seen the American version of The Office, Mark's Music Obsession? Oh my gosh. Steve Carell. That dude. I love the British Office. I really do. And Ricky Gervais is incredible. And it takes a different life. The American Office definitely takes on a different life after that first season. But, oh my gosh, the writing in that was so good. Even today, it's just like, still, I could crack up, laugh out loud watching that show. Had so many funny characters in it too. Gosh. Wow, 3:23 already. Holy cow. I am way behind. Is there Romans? Great question, Mrs. Ballesteros. Yeah, the American Office is really good. K-drama is obsessed with dystopia now, probably because of a new quasi-communist leader they have. Huh. I'm also down with the romance, but if it's forced or just not done well, then I lose interest. Really? Emo trash? Surprisingly, I would not have pegged you for that. That you would be into, like that. I always imagined you liking, like, darker things. Huh. That's... Learn something new every day. Holy moly, I am just off, like, majorly on this leg. I like both versions, but while I have to give the UK version props for being the original, in that version I mostly just found David entertaining, while in the US version I found most of the cast funny. Yeah, the cast is incredible in the US office. Each one, like, it is a premier example of, like, ensemble cast that just, like, each member was so good for who they were. Even the new characters that they brought in, like when they started adding new characters, were great. But like Angela, Dwight, Oscar, Ryan, Ryan the intern, is amazing. And most of those actors were writers on the show too, but they were just so fun. Pam, Jim, yeah, they're great. And just like the UK version, but different. Like, just when you think Steve Carell's character couldn't stick his foot in his mouth any deeper, he would find a way every episode. Probably got about half an hour more, I think. Southern Poverty has claimed it's pro-black for years. Southern Poverty has claimed it's pro-black for years. It seems the SPLC... Oh, gosh. My conversation is so delayed. It seems like SPLC took over as the militant wing of the DNC after the KKK was released 3 hillbillies and a few dozen feds. It's crazy. UK version is like working in an actual office. Pennsylvania is close to New York. I knew where Pittsburgh was. The history buff in me went to visit Gettysburg one day, too. Nice. We've most certainly talked about K-dramas before, and Rocky most certainly talked about how he thinks they're too predictable. Like a broken record. K-dramas are predictable to Rocky because they mirror his own over-the-top life. Oh, I don't know. We're going back to Gettysburg this year, Jeffrey, and other spots in Pennsylvania. Fun. You gotta go during one of those, like, what are those where the people, like, dress up and they, like, enact the, like, battles? Doesn't that happen in Gettysburg? It's like cosplay, but, like, for real. Like, historical cosplay. I've been wanting to go to DC. I think that would be really cool. All the museums there, the history there. You can do it. Rocky's K-drama plot. Visit Sue has a great day. Protagonists appear. It's Pig Feeder Lady. Everything works out. Soon a dispute occurs. The pigs and monkey throw poo at Rocky. Pig Feeder Lady takes the brunt of the poo. They fall back into friendship. Finito. Sounds good. Michelle wasn't a big TV watcher for years, so I'm having her watch some of the great series she missed. Emo says, make it juicy. Awesome one. Yes. Yes. I'm telling you, some of you guys in the chat, you could be writers. The stuff you come up with on the fly. It's amazing. Man in the High Castle, still on Prime. I never watched that one. Wasn't that in like a alternate future? Didn't it have to do with the Nazis? Or like Nazi kind of ruling government or something? Like if the Nazis won, I felt like. Was that? I might think about the wrong series. The only show I would recommend hanging on for a few episodes to truly give it a chance is BoJack Horseman. First couple episodes are a swerve and not indicative of what the series is. I couldn't get over the art style in BoJack Horseman. There's a town called Rough and Ready in Pennsylvania. I tried to rewatch Wings with the family, and wow, almost everything is about sex. That is a callback. Wings, my gosh. Don't watch Crash Landing. You will hate it. Really? Really, Ellen Lau? Everybody swears by it. Timmy Mello's here. Also, member for 7 months, I think it is. Timmy Mello, how are you doing?
And the Guardians are headed to October.
Just getting free from a day game, though my battery's dying. Timmy Mello, you think you were here at the beginning of the show, but I am going to a game tonight versus the Doyers. So I'm really excited. And the incredible Shohei Ohtani is pitching. I don't even know who our pitcher is going to be. All I know is we're going to get destroyed. But I'm excited to go to the game and watch a Giants game because it's always exciting. It's always fun, regardless of how good one team is playing or not. The rivalry is real, so it's a fun atmosphere to be in. How are you doing, Timmy Mello? Your Cavs did good last night. Was it last night in the playoffs? I don't know if that won Jeffrey. I don't know if that won Jeffrey, but not surprised. Rough and Ready. Also a small town called Rough. Whoa, what happened? Also a small town called Virginville. What? Watch the Holes reboot. It's about cowboys and a hole. Probably Logan Paul. Yes. I always get those guys confused. I like Crash Landing as it is so absurd that it made me laugh, so probably enjoyed it for the wrong reasons. I bet you your wife liked it, Alan Lau. Knowing your wife, I bet you she liked it. I feel vindicated in not following the hijinks of the Paul brothers. Virginville is real. Yeah, those guys, I mean, you gotta... they're kind of in the same category as the Kardashians for me. You know, it's like they changed culture. They're a part of culture, whether you like that culture or not. And they've evolved, and they've stayed somewhat relevant in it. Yeah, they've had to navigate this weird... culture, entertainment culture that is evolving. So yeah, they are still out there, still doing their things, like MMA fighting or wrestling or whatever it is they're doing now, doing crazy stunts. I don't know. They have, each one has like their own podcast now. I don't follow them. I'll give them credit. Rough and Ready, Pennsylvania is kind of a cool name. Wasn't that a cartoon too? Cartoon characters, Rough and Ready, I thought. I want Logan to have a redemption arc. Once you visit Intercourse, they won't let you back into Virginville. That is so good. Mo Biggs. Has it been 20 minutes? It's been a minute. Reboot 24/7. Is that the cartoon reboot? Oh my gosh. Yes, sorry, I'm behind, guys. Okay, I'm jumping forward here. I've just been deep in introvert mode, Emo Trash says. She's been too busy watching rom-coms in the privacy of her own home. Well, we've missed you, Emo Trash. It's good to know you're alive. We just got to get John out of his introvert mode and back out, hanging out with us. Coke and pickles. Yeah. Aren't streams great for introverts? Yeah, true. Wait. Got to run to a meeting. Boo. Watch the rest later. Have a great one all. Hooroo. See you later, Jeffrey Beats. You're already in your meeting. My window keeps moving, so I get lost. Rocky imagines two... stop it. Rocky imagines two southern dandies sitting in a dusty porch by a pickleberry, fanning themselves with L hats. I say this flower is a wilting. I've heard of pickled pig's feet as being more southern. Ugh. Pig's feet, that's just nasty. Speaking... Oh my gosh. Stop jumping. Okay. Skipping. Sonic came out. Every time I click a button, it jumps. Sorry. Sonic came out when I think... was a Dr. P with pickles in it. Not sure if they still have it though. Huh. That sounds very southern. Speaking of southern, have you ever heard of something called a coolicle? I have a jar of them in my fridge at the moment. Coolicle? No. What is this? Mark's Music Obsession. Wow, I'm just way behind. I'm looking at the YouTube chat. I'm trying to find that link. Okay. Oh. Didn't work, Mark. That link didn't work. Did I click on the wrong link? Couldn't get that link to work. Steampunker says 700 subs. Rocky will do a carry. No, I won't. No, I won't. 700 subs. Rocky will introduce himself to Pig Feeder Lady. He will sing to her as Filipinos are wont to do. No, I won't do that either. I've been on lots of cruises because I used to take my nephews and nieces on them. I've traveled and stayed in many more countries than on cruises. After this one, I'll have 102 CDs. Wow. I've been on one cruise with a family, a Christmas cruise, and mostly older people, but still fun and not as crowded, so it's relaxing. Depends on the cruise you go to, too, right? I like the experience of cruising. Okay. Seems like cruises are popular with you guys. Vampirism knows no boundaries. Far East Coast in Europe. Vampire. Vampires are all gay now. I think Asian vampires are scary. There's some crazy Filipino myths with like vampire-like characters that are flying with half their bodies. I forgot what their names are. And yeah, there's some scary Asian horror stuff out there. I had my first pedicure on a cruise. Oh, I don't think I could do that. I think I would kick somebody in the face if I had a pedicure. I wanted to visit the Philippines for many years now because I regard it as a second home for me. It's like Ireland and then the Philippines. Really? Were you around a lot of Filipinos growing up, Cranberry Landers? Yeah. Okay, cool. I thought so. Do you just like islands, Cranberry? Monty Python is overrated, but the Four Yorkshiremen skit is a true classic. I don't even know if I know that skit. I know the like Black Knight skit and the Knights of Ni. What's the other Monty Python stuff? Yeah, and then my friends would always be like dying. They'd be laughing, and I'm like, I mean, it's funny, but it's not that funny. It's like, felt dumb for not laughing at Monty Python. My hometown and my family had a lot of Filipino influence and food, and just a lot of Filipinos in my town. The culture. Plus, I wanted to taste some Filipino food in the Philippines. Awesome. Maybe we're related, Cranberry. They're great people. Fantastic. Dry British humor. Yes. Yes. RRR is awesome. RRR isn't about pirates. No, I forgot what it stood for. It's like a big action thing, though, and it was really fun. I would want to travel more if teleportation was safe. Fair. I really like Monty Python. I grew up on it. If Rocky's upset that Mark's only seen the UK version of Office, he's going to be even more dissatisfied when he finds out I haven't seen either. Steampunker? What is going on? Between you and Emo Trash not seeing things that I grew up with is driving me crazy. Who's the one of you guys that haven't seen the Star Wars movies? Is it both of you? Like the original trilogy. I watched BBC show about pools and Are You Being Served before finding Monty. There's also Mr. Bean. Do you guys remember that show? Mr. Bean's like a big one in Europe and in the UK that I was like, it's okay. I do like darker things and romance. I love that. I'm edgy, but I'm still a woman. I'm sure you can find many shows that hit both of those, make most of those check boxes. That's right. That's right. Is there a romance in Dan to Dan? I like to watch the special features as well, don't you, Rocky? The special features. I do. I don't remember what we were talking about, though. Big fan of watching all the special features. Yes. Typical T Green is asking 1999 Pride and Prejudice or the 2005 one? I don't like any of those. That's right, we're talking about K-pop. K-pop should be here. Paging Shelby, paging Jay Ryan, paging Todd McFarlane. That would be amazing. Todd McFarlane showed up here. Civil War reenactment. Yes, yes. Oh. BoJack Horseman does not compare to Absolute Batman. Get out of here. Yes. You did? Yay. We beat them the first game. So people are like, how could we win this series? I don't think we can win tonight, though. I think it's highly unlikely we can win tonight with Shohei Ohtani on the mound. It's highly, highly unlikely. But crazier things have happened in baseball. So we'll see. But yeah, I do have to go pretty soon here because I got to get ready. BoJack Horseman sounds like a porn name. Nice. I stopped watching, I think, around the third season. The Paul Brothers is another one of ours. In Cleveland? Are they in Cleveland? My wife did like Crash Land. I knew it. Off for dinner, Rocky. Probably get to this when I get back. All right, see you later, awesome one. Thank you so much for being here. Always fun having you in the chat. Logan Paul just wrestled and yes. Yeah. There's a bunch of streamers. That's kind of the thing. It's like when I see these streamers, these popular streamers try and cross into mainstream culture, like I remember there was one like NBA All-Star game and like the streamers were kind of at the center of it, and I was like, this was even before I was really aware of any of these streamers. I was like, who is that guy? Why is he in the middle of the court during the dunk contest? Like, this doesn't make any sense. And it's like the NBA, or in this case the WWE, trying to hit the YouTube audience or the young audience. But yeah, it just doesn't work. I don't know. But I think there was more than just him that was wrestling in WrestleMania, wasn't it? Isn't that guy IShowSpeed? He's another huge YouTuber. I don't like that guy that much. He's kind of annoying in my mind. But I know a lot of people like him. I can't believe everyone here has watched Superbook, but only Cranberry has watched BoJack, and he didn't even finish it. That's the audience. He teamed with IShowSpeed and lost to the Usos, who are the cousins of The Rock. Oh, okay. There you go. There you go. IShowSpeed then jumped and yes. Yes. And then I heard that at least the last clip I saw is that kind of pissed off Logan Paul. Something about that did not sit well with him, and now they're not friends anymore. Something. I don't know. I took a guess as to what coolicles actually are and was shocked to be correct. I'm embarrassed that I know this much about the modern state of wrestling. Just embrace it, Timmy Mello. The aswang is what Rocky is thinking about. Those the Filipino freaky things. Okay, Mark sent another link. Wait. Wow, you guys are chatting a lot. Okay, Mark sent... Try this link. Huh. That one doesn't open up either, Mark. Is my internet down? So weird. I don't know why that doesn't open. There's no way I could be streaming if my internet's down, though. That would be awesome if I wasn't streaming at all right now. No? Oh, my internet is working. Yeah, it just says Safari can't open this page. But I was able to open your other one, so I'm not sure what happened. Strange. I think the vampire mythos works well enough without them jumping around like grasshoppers. Right. Like, let's not give them any more advantage. That's scary. Mobig sent a link. What is this? Oh, the 4 Yorkshiremen there. See, now I'm not going to play this because something's going to happen. So I can't play this. I guess I could show it. Oh, it's like them on stage doing something. It's like a skit on stage. Got it. Yeah, I haven't seen this. I'll have to watch it later. Kulikl. I've heard of Aswang. I don't want to re-Google it though. I haven't seen Star Wars. Yuck. Still not interested. Just watch the original trilogy. No one. There is a romance in it. Emo trash. There's romance. It's a good soundtrack. It's really good. Was focusing on what Mark said, and suddenly heard myself being scolded. Yeah. Rogue One is so underrated. I think I liked Rogue One. I think the problem with Rogue One for me was one, the actress that played Jyn Erso was really flat. I think she's a great actress, but for some odd reason in that role, I felt like she was really flat. And two, as with a lot of Star Wars stuff, modern day Star Wars stuff, you have the disadvantage of that you're jumping around in time. So basically for Rogue One, we knew how it was going to end. And so that kind of takes away a lot of the drama if you know how it's going to end. So I felt that same way with some of the TV series. Like, it's like, I know what's going to happen here. So I know that Darth Vader is not going to die. Or I know that he's going to be redeemed in... spoiler alert. Sorry, emo trash. He's going to be redeemed later in the movies. So his plight now is not that... there's not as much drama in it as if I didn't know the ending. So... I think that's a problem when you jump around timelines a lot to tell a story. You kind of already know what's going to happen. You take away all the tools of storytelling to keep a viewer engaged. Not all the time, but you do kind of start off with a disadvantage. Cranberry liked Mr. Bean. Yeah, I guess it just wasn't for me. It's for the best that Emo hasn't seen Star Wars. That gives her the chance to track down the despecialized edition and watch the real movies. I agree. I watched, I think, an episode 2 of Dan to Dan is a romance with awesome kaiju alien spirit weirdness. Dan to Dan is very fooly cooly. Oh, okay. I know you've recommended this many a times, Dan to Dan, Emo Trash. I just have not sat down to watch it or read it. But Alan Lau is the expert, and he's the one who introduced me to Fooly Cooly, so, which I love. So that's a really high bar. Oh, okay. BoJack Horseman does not compare to Absolute Batman. True, it's well written. Meant to say I've seen episode 2 of The Office and then the rest. Frieren is a great anime if you've never seen it. It's a slow burn but a unique take on a Lord of the Rings type story. I've never even heard of that. Frieren. I do like the creator's new show, Long Story Short. I haven't even heard of that. I'm so out of it when it comes to animation. The Eswang is similar to the story of Lamashtu from Mesopotamia, being an evil winged vampire who consumes newborns and drains the blood of the innocent at night. She is missing her lower half, which is so disturbing. Mo Biggs likes it. All right. That must be something if Mo Biggs... Oh, wait. Oh, you're talking about Long Story Short. I thought you were talking about Freerin. Don't judge it by the first couple episodes, which are a misdirection. Pauls are indeed from Cleveland. Ah, got it. Freerin's really good. Gets really exciting. I'm going away for maybe 10 to 15 minutes. What I admire about... Okay, see you later, Cranberry. What I admire about iShow Speed, who I otherwise know nothing about, is he is proof that someone can succeed in spite of having an incredibly done... He's a really incredible athlete. Like, all jokes aside, and like, you know, poo-poo on the fame of streaming world. He's an incredible athlete, and he does. I think that's part of the appeal is the things he does on his streams that show that off. But I've seen him go like against professional athletes, do challenges against them, and he's pretty crazy. But he's so full of himself, at least the videos I've seen, that is just like, oh man. There's this one streamer that I've been really getting into recently. You guys look him up. His name is Harry Mack. And he's a freestyle rapper. He's so good. And what he'll do is he'll either do like a man on the street kind of thing where he'll just walk up to people, or he'll even be on this streaming app where it just kind of pairs you up with random people. Like you just log on and then it like pairs you up with random people and you can have a conversation with them. I forgot what it's called. But what he does is he'll just tell people like, hey, give me some random words and I'll freestyle rap. But he's such a like humble dude. At least he comes across that way and really authentic. That it's really fun to watch. But he's so good at freestyle. And I just watched a bunch of videos that he's done. And he has a YouTube channel and he posts like his best videos there. But he also just recently did an interview with Norah Jones, who she's one of my favorite like musician vocalists. And she has a podcast, and so she interviewed him, and they freestyle like with each other. Look it up, Harry Mack, Norah Jones. It's amazing, and yeah, they're just both incredible musicians. But I like him because he's really good, and he knows it, and he's got a huge following. But he's also really nice and humble, and it just comes across in his videos. But most of those streamers, and I include the Pauls in this, and iShow Speed, or whatever, they just got this like, they're super cocky. I guess that's what hundreds of millions of subscribers would do to you. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't finish this. I'm going too slow, you guys. Too much chatting, and yet I'm behind on that too. I got a few more minutes here, and I gotta call it, because I gotta get ready for tonight. I can say that Speed is unbelievably athletic for a full-time streamer. Like, he really could have been an athlete. Yes, I agree. That's what's pretty amazing. Okay, and then Mark send another link. What's this one? Oh, okay. This one worked. Here it is. Mark sent. just gotta do this because... Okay. Coolicles are a southern U.S. delicacy, particularly in the Mississippi Delta, created by soaking dill pickles in a mixture of pickle brine, sugar, and Kool-Aid powder. What? I've never heard of this. That's a horrible image. They look like tongues or something, but I have Kool-Aid pickles. Coolicles. I've never heard of that. Wow. Interesting. Rogue One was the only good Star Wars movie Disney made, Mo Big says. It was well done. It was well done, I will say. Rogue One may be technically been predictable, but did have a twist at the end that they didn't kiss because in modern Hollywood, heterosexual is never the answer. Sure. Yeah. People forgot that the Empire is based off the Axis powers. Yeah. Yeah. Slow burn in comparison to Lord of the Rings. Okay, you read that there. Nice. Watch Dan to Dan for the oddities. The author basically created the series from studying hundreds of manga as a challenge. Wow. I'm unsure whether to be intrigued or disgusted by the concept of Koolickle. Same. I'll have to. I wouldn't be against trying a Koolickle. It sounds so weird that it almost might work. The author basically created the series from studying hundreds of manga as a challenge. Koolickles must sound like some kind of weird pregnant. Yes, I agree. That's so right on. I can't watch something called Dan to Dan due to trauma from the puppet assassin Bancroft sent after me. Wow. Yeah, I'm with you. Typical T Green. I didn't follow that. Rocky isn't pronouncing it correctly anyway. Dan to Dan? How do you pronounce it? Dan? Do I dare? It's a long A. So more like Don to Don. Oh, Don to Don. Don to Don. All right. Not Dan to Dan. Chainsaw Man is also a recommendation. The recent movie is incredible visually. Saw the trailer for Chainsaw Man movie when I went to see the Demon Slayer one. Okay, that one did really well when it came out. I don't cut them. That's an amateur move. Use whole dill pickles and just dip them in Kool-Aid? That's crazy. That's almost as crazy as lime jello. It's like it's like I have a sweet tart. A sweet tart pickle. I feel like I would have to like pickles more than that one. Citizen Ronan, what's up? How are you doing? Welcome. We're actually going to wrap up here soon, but great for you to stop in and say hello. The only thing I really didn't like about Rogue One was that they made the Empire a white supremacist organization. It never was that before then. The sign of the times. Citizen Roman saying hello to everybody. Awesome. Don to Don in my head too. I was saying Dan to Dan in my head too. Dan to Dan. Don to Don. Don to Don. They have to soak for like 5 weeks. Lime Jello mo with fruit cocktail. Have you tried lime jello, Citizen Ronan? Then you are welcome here. I don't know. This Koolickles thing sounds intriguing. As like, I don't know. It sounds weird enough to try on stream. Kinda does. I'm gonna have to look this up, like a recipe. I mean, it doesn't sound so complicated. But I have to think also, would I enjoy a Koolickle? It's really I think I would enjoy that more than Diet Coke and pickle juice. Something about that Kool-Aid. That Kool-Aid mix is intriguing. Had to have been invented in the South. It's weird enough, and using like horrible ingredients enough to be invented in the South. It's like in one hand in California you have like chia pudding and I don't know, kombucha, and then in the other hand you have Koolikles and lime jello. Welcome to America. Oh man. Holy shoot, you guys. I am not... Can I finish? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I still have stuff to do. I'm going to finish this area here. And then I got to call it cuz I do have to get ready for tonight. So let's blast through this here. If you want it to be an O, use an O, right? Right? Dawn to Dawn, like how they want you to pronounce manga as bonga. Manga. Dawn to Dawn. Back in the day when the Jello mode was king, I had all sorts of flavors. The worst being the salmon Jello. That sounds disgusting. The author of Chainsaw Man didn't get what the NRA is about and doesn't understand the crime stats associated with the NRA. Huh. I don't even know that history. You need some lime Koolikles? It's like you, so you're making Koolikles, Mark? Or was that cranberry? Did I get that confused? One of you guys is making Koolikles right now? Wow. Okay, get some rock shadows back here to finish up. Yeah, I have to say, I didn't think I'd be spending this much time on like background stuff for a Kirby piece. I honestly thought it would go a lot faster, but just goes to show you don't know what goes into all the detailing on a piece until you're actually like cranking it out. I'm making turkey burritos with avocado mayo and guacamole. Wow, that sounds good. I use sugar-free. Wait, I'm not making Coolicles. Cranberry Lanterns is not. Just pour out some of the pickle juice. Add at least 2 packs of cherry Kool-Aid and lots of sugar, like 3 cups. Holy cow. Soak for 4 to 6 weeks, depending on pickle size. Shaking jar every couple weeks. Wow. Crazy amount of sugar, but okay. I saw a comedian. Oh gosh, what was her name? I can't remember. I've been seeing a lot of videos of her. She's super funny. She grew up in California and has moved since to Nashville. And she was saying, like, you know, just the differences in growing up in California. And she said, I know that when I ask for tea in the South, you guys add, like, you know, a full cup of sugar in that tea, and you call that sweet tea. And she's like, where I grew up, we call that diabetes. That's really funny. When in doubt, in the South, just add sugar. Can't go wrong. Sugar or butter. Okay, this is blacked out. This is blacked out. Should probably put some post-its here because, as you can see from my hand, I'm starting to smear the pencil and then it like fades a little bit, which defeats the whole purpose of doing this. Yeah, it's a lot of sugar. Honestly, I'd still be down to try a Coolicle. Me too. Me too. Sounds crazy enough that it could be good. I'm the only person who does the sugar-free Ninja. Thanks, T Green. Turkey and guacamole is a great combo. Ariane Wexler. No. Who's that? Is she a comedian? No, that's not the, that is not who. I forgot what her name is. I'll look it up. You also have to say hot tea or you'll get iced tea. True. It ain't sweet tea if you ain't at risk to lose your foot to diabetes. Yes, yes. Before switching to Splenda, Mark had Liberty Medical on speed dial. I must have maximum sugar for me to. It must have maximum sugar for me to try. No, it's not Ariane Wexler. It's Here, I'll look it up. She's really funny. She used to be on Mad TV. Dang it. Angela Johnson. Angela Johnson Reyes. Yeah, look her up. She's super funny. I would be inclined towards sugar-free because my glucose shoots up on literal oxygen. Oh, yes, emo. Got to keep that in control. People tried to get me to quit smoking crack for my health. We know how that went. I've eaten literally nothing because I woke up over 300. Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise. No, she's a brunette. She's really funny. She used to be on Mad TV. That's really, really narrowing down what I get. Angela Johnson Reyes. Super, super funny. And then the other one you guys should check out is Harry Mack with Nora Jones. Great clips. Okay. Last push. Here we go. 4:15. Yeah, I gotta really wrap this up. So yeah, I didn't pick up that many. I only picked up a couple books today. I was going to pick up 3, but I went to Amazing Fantasy this morning, and which is Frank's shop, and he did not have a copy of Exquisite Corpses. I actually don't think he carries that book that much, but a new issue of Exquisite Corpses came out today, so I'll have to pick it up at another store another time. And then the other book I got was Superman and the Marvel Spider-Man and Superman crossover with the Adam Hughes cover. This one's pretty cool. I wanted not to pick it up because it's quite expensive. It's an $8 book, but it's thick. But usually if there's like 2 or 3 stories in there that I'm interested in, and specifically the artists, then I'll get it. So Pepe Larraz, I love his stuff. He's an awesome artist. He does does the main story in here. And then there's yeah, this is still Pepe Larraz. Wow, that's a long story. Marcos Martin, I like his artwork a lot. He did a story in here. This is his right now. And then Humberto Ramos does a story in here, which he's great. So that was enough for me to pick it up. This is Gary Frank, guys. Gary Frank is the artist of Geiger. So he did a story in here. It's cool to see him still do mainstream work. This looks cool. So yeah, I actually think the stories in here are better than the ones in the DC one. But both the Adam Hughes covers. So this one came out this week. They had like 20 odd variant covers on this. It was kind of crazy. And then I picked up Absolute Wonder Woman number 19. I had fallen off on the series and then just got back on, and I've been enjoying. I'll probably go. This is part 4 of 5. I'll probably get all the way to part 5 and then decide again whether I want to keep getting Absolute Wonder Woman. But I've enjoyed this story so far. The first 4 issues of it, at least. Hayden Sherman on the art. And then I got this a while ago, but oh man, this is so good. I started reading this last night. This is a facsimile edition of Punisher #1 by Mike Zeck. If you have been with me since day 1 of my master studies, this page right here will look familiar to you. This was my very first master study of this page. But what is so cool about this is, I can show you my... Whoa! So this is my master study. I framed it, and it's up in my office. But it's of that page right there. What's so cool to see this facsimile edition is the colors in it are great. I really like this coloring, and I didn't know it, but Mike Zeck was the colorist on this actual book. And I remember when this was out there, It was one of those books everybody was talking about, and I think a lot of it had to do with Mike Zack. But I totally forgot the coloring in it. I think I've always seen it in black and white a lot of the times. But it's just great. It's like a really stylized color, but simple. Look at this colors. So cool. I love this comic. So yeah, I don't own the original issues. Oh, look at that Punisher. It's great. Look at the coloring on that. Something about this era of comics that just hits home for me. So yeah, not that much that I picked up this week, but it's been awesome kind of chipping away at this dang master study. Just a little bit more to go, and I don't think I will do another stream. I've already said this a million times. I don't think I'll do another penciling stream on this. I've got to get to the ink. So the next time you guys see this one, I will be starting inks. Because we just got to get there. But it's coming along. That's where we at. Dr. Doom. And I think I'm just going a little tight on the pencils too. That's probably why it's taking me a lot longer. But it's been fun. It's just been a lot. All right, let me read the last of these and then I'll let you guys go. Mad TV was ages ago. Yeah. And I'm old. Mad TV was hilarious back in the day. It says she used to be an NFL cheerleader. No kidding. I didn't know that. I've never heard of her before. I actually don't even remember her from Mad TV. I think I saw an interview. She said she was only in 4 episodes of that, but she's funny, and her style of comedy is really good. You missed the photo of the jar I'm making now, Rocky. Oh, dang it, Mark. Hang on. Let me see if I can catch it. Have you seen Sheng on Netflix? Oh, yes. Is he the dude with the Asian guy with like the Asian guy? No, he's the white guy with the name Sheng Wang. Does he have like really long hair and glasses? I think I've seen one of his things and it was super funny. I think he's like he's connected to Ali Wong somehow, if I'm not mistaken. Like either they're writing, she's a producer on his comedy stuff, or he opens for her or something. I think that's the guy. What if Rocky is a bit slow to catch up with the chat? Is a schnook not entitled? Venom Superman, yeah. We'll see what happens in that story. Thanks to Cran being Arizona time throws me off. Yes. Crack would hep with that Mo. It would also give him crackhead strength and crackhead endurance with only a -3 hit to wisdom. You guys, what in the heck? Yes. For anyone who ever doubted Rocky's humility, he frames his own work. I gotta remember it, you know? Just look at it. It helps me look at it. Busted. I framed my copy of someone else's work. That's right. Yes. Definitely. I would freak out on Rocky if he didn't frame his work. I have a framed copy of my Michelangelo. Nice. I actually picked up more books today than any other Wednesday in many months. What's up, American Discord? I might show and tell later tonight and have to color something before I'm allowed to stream. All right. I'm going to a baseball game, but I'll catch it on the replay, Shelby. Thanks for stopping in and saying that. What did you pick up? What came out today that you picked up? Youngblood 5 came out too, I think. I didn't pick that up. What else did you pick up, Shelby? I think that... Wait a minute. Now I'm intrigued. I think that... Oh, this Hobgoblin story. Aren't you buddies with Todd Knock, Shelby? So he drew this Hobgoblin story, which looks awesome. There's a Phil Notto story in here too. He's always a great artist. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll definitely have to catch that on a replay to see what you picked up. Thanks, Alan. Why are you on here? Get your butt moving, Shelby. The ellipses, especially those narrow side panels, are so hard to draw. It's crazy how you can get those drawn down on Doom's knee plates. Oh, thank you. Yeah. And I know some people have like ellipse tools and stuff like that. Well, I mean, these are pretty tight, but I like freehanding circular things. There's something about, like, something very satisfying about doing that. But thank you, Timmy Mello. Shelby's saying hello to everybody. Spicy labeled sushi. That's actually kind of spicy. All right. Correct on Sheng Wang. He has a new set, Purple, on Netflix. All right, cool. I'll check it out. He was really funny. Whatever the first one that he did was great. So yeah, I'll have to check that out. I do watch a lot of comedy specials. Those are fun to, like, you don't have to commit to a whole series. You just watch one. Ali Wong has a new one that I watched recently, which was good. That's right. I'm watching them. They're going to crush the Dodgers. Actually, they won't. We're going to get killed. I don't even know who's pitching for us. Somebody that I'm not familiar with. But, yeah. I mean, we won one yesterday, so who knows? You never know. Rocky won't be picking up the Youngblood until there's an absolute Youngblood. I know, right? Devers, he needs to earn it. That guy needs to, like, start getting hot. Blanks variants Youngblood, because I got ink credit on this one plus next issue one. Oh, okay. Did you get ink credit on the Youngblood 5? Shoot. All right, I'm gonna have to pick that up then. And then you worked on 100. I'm definitely gonna pick that up. Nah, I didn't get that cover for the crossover stuff. Just the red paper blank. Oh, okay. Cool. Blanks and variants. You and your blanks and variants. I'm gonna try and get on that train after this master study's done. I'm gonna try. You've inspired me, Shelby. Yes. Tyler Molly is going for you guys. I don't even know. I think he has, like, that's right. I think my son told me he has like a 7 ERA. It's gonna be a bloodbath. Maybe I'll post some pictures on Discord. It'll be fun. It's baseball. It'll be fun. Oh, nice. Yeah, trying. That's right. That's what you guys came here for. My commentary on sports. All right, you guys. It has been inspiration from Shelby is the path to doom, Citizen Roman says. Dang it. I'm influenced by the wrong things. Shelby was that kid that was, like, behind the bleachers with the, like, comics in his backpack going, hey, you want to see something cool? Rather play. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Hey, this is what I'm gonna do. How I'm gonna end it. Well, no, shoot. How am I gonna do this? For those of you who joined late, I'm just gonna do this for the heck of it. I'm gonna show the Philip LeBon gallery video that I cut just to hype it up, and it's also live on YouTube right now, or I published it live on YouTube on my channel. Give that a like. I just love doing these little promo trailers for comic book stores and obviously galleries that I go visit just to promote comics and the beauty of comics, my love of comics. So I'll show that right now, and then I'll go straight into the end credits. Mark's Music Obsession was first in chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really enjoyed hanging out with you and putting a little bit of a dent on Dr. Doom Master Study. I'll catch you guys again next week, probably going back to Wednesday comic stream. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Go read some comics. Go enjoy some art, and I'll catch you later soon. Take care.